Hi, my name's Lupe. I'm the retail specialist slash one of many public house assistant managers here at Angel City Brewery, and today we're going to be talking about our California Common with
Simon. I'm a brewer here.
Yes, he brews the beer, we drink it. I invited Simon to hang out with us because it's the perfect person to have an afternoon beer with, one. And two, Simon has brewed some of our awesome award-winning recipes here at the brewery, so I figured why the hell not? It's Monday afternoon. We're gonna have some beers together. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get started. Cheers.
Cheers and salute.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
That's definitely a California Common.
It is a California Common. So this is I don't know about you, but this is one of my favorite beer styles. It's kind of old. How do you feel about the California Common beer style?
I really love the California Common beer style just because it's malty and it has this moderate bitterness and it just pops right in your mouth.
Yeah, it's approachable. Like it's good if you don't want something super light and crispy, because crispy boys are like the rage. I love crispy beers.
Yeah, no, this has a good amount of caramel malt in it. It's mostly just two-row and caramel malt just to get that nice color there.
Yeah.
But we also use Northern Brewer hops to give it a kind of earthy and woody, minty kind of taste to it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's across the board. I mean, normally it's two-row and caramel malt with Northern Brewer, just like Anchor Steam.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about Anchor Steam.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love to. It's a staple example of the beer style California Common, and it's always really funny to talk to people that come into the public house about it, because they know Anchor Steam, they know steam beer, but a lot of people, it's always fun to like educate people and be like, yeah, like California Common is steam beer, but there's that little trademark. Is it a trademark?
Yep, it's a trademark.
Little trademark.
1981, Fritz Maytag, he decided to make sure to monetize that name, and I mean, it's stuck.
Yeah.
You can't say steam without Anchor.
Exactly, you can't say steam without Anchor, and it reminds me of like the fog in San Francisco, because that was like the whole thing about it, right? All the cool ships.
Yeah. Fun little fact, I used to work at Anchor.
That's right.
I was working on the packaging line, and I was actually interviewed by Fritz Maytag.
Shut up.
Oh, he's a very, very smart and super happy man.
Nice.
Very knowledgeable. It was really nice meeting like a living legend, because that's what he is.
Yeah.
He essentially saved Anchor Steam.
Yeah.
Anchor has been around since 1896.
Yeah.
And it's passed through so many hands, and it's survived like fires and
Prohibition,
fire, earthquakes, and it just keeps popping up like a phoenix out of the ashes.
Yeah.
Once again, absolute great opportunity for me to just sit down and have a beer during the interview.
Oh my gosh! Did you get a steam beer?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. What else are you gonna get, right, when you go to Anchor Steam?
Yep. So with the brewing process, as far as the steam and how there are several stories that
there's a lot of stories.
There are many stories
about how this beer came about.
Yeah. So it originated in the like gold mining days of the California Gold Rush, and it was seen as the like common beer, like California Common. So the blue collar workers would drink this. Back then, they didn't have refrigeration. They would take all this hot water and pump it up to the top of the building, where they have this sanitary room with, open vats. Yeah. And it just ferments in there, and they allow the breeze to come through, because San Francisco gets very foggy, very cold,
very fast,
and it was a good way to chill down the work.
Yeah.
So when you looked at the Anchor Steam building, you'd see a bunch of steam coming out.
Yeah.
So that is one of the stories.
That is one of the stories. That's like my favorite one, because it's got that like mystery and the fantasy behind like a cool beer being made in a very cool way.
Oh yeah.
That's one story. And I also heard that like since people were coming out west, and like also Gold Rush time, right? That's also part of it. Gold Rush time, people were coming out west, and a lot of people were brewing beer, and they wanted to still drink beer since there wasn't a lot of people making beer. This is one of the beers that they made. When we brewed this one, it is like a hybrid, right?
Yes, so it is considered a hybrid beer, just because it does use lager yeast, and it is fermented on the cooler spectrum of ale yeast temperature.
Nice, nice. And that, since yeast usually, for the most part in ales, contributes some aroma, like what does that, when changing the temperature, what does that do with this beer here?
The beer lends itself to letting the Northern Brewer hops come through. So what you're smelling is mostly like the hops from Northern beer, like woody and earthy, things of that nature.
Nice. So many great awards won with this beer. So, it's such a good beer.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy the way it turned out. In 2019, we entered the California Commercial Craft Beer Competition, and in the California Common category, we actually placed first over Beechwood and Anchor.
Yes.
On top of that, we were actually voted best of show for that as well, beating out Anchor and Beechwood and all these amazing beers. So we're really, really happy about that. So gold, we have that golden bear to show off as well.
That golden bear is so lit.
I might have put googly eyes on it. I might have.
Who knows?
I'm just saying.
Who knows? I don't know. It
better.
Could be someone else. There's only one way to find out. And now that we're like getting into it and it's lunchtime, we got some food pairings. Do you want to try some food out with this beer?
Absolutely.
Yes, let's do it. What did we pick and why? You had a good reasoning for it.
Oh, so I went with we went with fish and chips, and it's mostly because a lot of kitchens and chefs will use Anchor steam to make their batter.
Okay.
And it's because, it's malty, caramelly, it's rich. But it also has this, it's very balanced.
Okay.
So there are some recipes that call for the lighter macro lagers.
Yeah.
But, San Francisco being the home of, California Common Anchor Steam, some chefs up in San Francisco started using Anchor Steam.
Yeah.
And it just produces this nice, flavorful, very light batter for the fish. So you're not bogged down with just greasiness in your mouth. But it's just a great beer to help produce fluffy batter.
Nice. And I'm going to copy the expert. You're the brewer, you're the expert. You're moving all your fish off to the side. So I'm going to do the same thing.
It's so I can attack the fries easier.
Okay. I was like, is there a technique that I don't know about? What? I'm learning everything all at once. Okay, good. So that's not a technique. That's good to know.
It's me organizing. Oh, good.
Yeah.
So let's see how it fares. Huh? Yeah, you get it?
I get it. It kind of cuts through like the fishiness.
Oh yeah.
And it's so good together.
It's moderately bitter, but it doesn't exactly overpower it. It just helps you reset your palate. Like, man, what did I just eat again? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and it makes you want to go in for another bite of the fish, which is like great.
It's a delicious cycle.
I mean, that's lunch. Lunch is always like eat, drink. Lunch is a delicious. So is dinner.
Absolutely.
Yes. Anything food and beer, delicious cycle all around.
And yeah, I mean, like once again, like the bitterness helps cut through all that. And California Commons are usually like very highly carbonated. So the carbonation helps cut through the fat as well.
Yeah.
It's just a very like yin yang kind of deal with the fish and chips and the beer. The beer will cleanse your palate. The fish and chips, I have not had a chip. I haven't had a chip. But the fat here it's just a great combination.
Yeah. And honestly, in thinking about it, after we decided on fish and chips, and like even just now in talking about San Francisco, I was like, oh my God, the wharf is right there. There's so much fresh seafood in San Francisco that makes so much sense.
That's very true. With our Eastside California Common, the IBUs come in around 35. The ABV is 5.6, and it is around 18 SRM. I'm very, very proud of this beer. All the other brewers are very, very happy with this beer as well.
Yeah.
It's just a very Los Angeles take on a San Francisco legend.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you for joining me.
No, thank you for the food and the beer. Salud. Oh God,
so good. Yeah. Thankfully, we'll have the beer at the brewery, at the public house. We'll have the beer at the public house. So if you want to pick some up, we'll have some here. And if you see Simon, tell him thank you for brewing this fantastic beer. And thank you for having a beer and lunch with me.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes.
All the other brewers are very jealous.
I'm sure they are. Then we'll get them in next time. It'll be fun.
but
Cheers.
Cheers.